This is Witch-based news for Friday the 6th of March 2026. I'm Commander Buur. An Elite Dangerous news this week. There's one more week to go to bag yourself some freebies in the current community goal. The Elite Community Meet is happening again, and the guarded CEO of the October Consortium finally speaks to Vox Galactica. If you enjoy our videos, consider subscribing to the channel and remember to ding the little bell to make sure you see all our content and community posts. And if you'd like to help support our channel, links to our Patreon and everything else are in the description below. We start this week with a reminder that the current combat focused community goal in the game is, as of this recording, only just 50% of the way through its total expected runtime. The CG, which is running out of the Duamta system, is timed to celebrate the release of the first new ship into the game for 3312, the Core Dynamics Kestrel Mark II, which entered ARC's fueled early access just over a week ago. To participate, after signing up for the goal at Polyakov Station in Duamta, hit the ship based mission boards and pick up some combat missions of your choosing. After you successfully complete them using any ship that suits you, you don't have to use a Kestrel, then the highest possible credit reward you could have achieved with a given mission, regardless of the reward you actually chose, will be added to your contribution to the community goals progress. Just one contribution of this type will be enough to bag you a free Kestrel Mark II Vapor White paint job and a Core Dynamics decal, as well as a bag of credits appropriate to the finishing tier and your contribution to it when the goal ends. If, however, you contribute enough to be in the top 75% of commanders, you will also receive a fully engineered C-rated kill warrant scanner with long range and fast scan modifications on it. Right now the community goal is comfortably tearing toward hitting tier 6 of a possible 7, but fear not, to top out at tier 7 the CG would need to demand the life of every single sentient life form in the galaxy, so there is little danger of you missing your chance as long as you get in before the CG finishes with Thursday's regular server bounce. The Hutton Truckers organised annual Elite Community Meet is happening again this year, and tickets went on sale last week. The Elite Community Meet, or ECM as it's more commonly known, describes itself as a chance to get together and share company, gaming, a bite to eat and a drink with fellow gamers, and rather than being a program driven event with formal panels or talks etc. from a stage, or indeed stalls from commercial sponsors, ECM instead encourages participants to bring along their own entertainment in the form of board games, card games or even computer games to host and enjoy with others. But you'll also find a plethora of retro games, consoles and other activities as well. The event will be held on September the 5th 2026 and is once again being hosted at the Village Hotel in Coventry, all in aid of the charities Special Effect and Hearing Dogs. To grab your tickets you'll find a link to the ECM website in the description below this video. With the conflict over the apparent super vegetable Radicoida unica now over following the signing of the October Accords, the rumblings from the events of the last few months continue to surround the bubble as it gets back to the important regular everyday business of exploring, trading, mining, piracy and of course good old fashioned knocking 6 colours of stuffing out of each other. This is all, of course, just regular vanilla knocking the stuffing out of each other in direct opposition and very different to knocking the stuffing out of each other over a plant for reasons that are not made entirely clear by those demanding said stuffing knocking in the first place. At the signing of the October Accords towards the tail end of February, it was noted in the Galnet news article covering the events that Lexi October herself, the secretive CEO of the October Consortium who first discovered and began researching Radicoida unica in HIP 87621, had agreed to an all-too-rare interview to discuss the events surrounding the mysterious plant tree mushroomzilla thing. That interview, at the very least in part, arrived this week via the galactic news service Vox Galactica and was of course picked up by Galnet News. As well as covering off the quickly, quite frankly few words spoken by Ms October, the article does lay out again some already pre-existing lore and factoids surrounding the October Consortium and their role in the Elite Dangerous Galaxy that we know today. In particular, the piece underlines again that October were responsible for the financial salvation of the struggling tech firm Supratech as far back as 3305, and that their investment and shoring up of the tech science outfit led to the development of the Supratech Artemis spacesuit that anyone familiar with Odyssey exobiology via its inbuilt handheld Dyson vacuum cleaner style genetic sampler will be very familiar with. The interview this week is light on commentary from Lexi October. Of particular interest though, it did confirm that the mysterious mega fungi may hold the key to an entirely new range of what it describes as market leading pharmaceuticals. Quite what effects these pharma wonders will produce is as yet unknown, but following a number of Galnet articles over the last couple of months, it's become apparent that Radicoida contains a compound that improves physical and intriguingly mental performance in laboratory mice and minor celebrities, and to improve the mental agility of at least 50% of those two lifeforms surely has some value to the galaxy. The article in February that telegraphed the arrival of the interview this week did refer to the October interview as a feature series, so there may well be yet more to come from the consortium's reclusive architect in the near future. Do you have plans for ECM this year? Are you running combat missions for the community goal, and what would you like to see come from the Radicoida mega shrooms? Let us know in the comments below. That's it for now. Thanks very much for watching. We'll be back later this week with more videos. Until then, 07 Commanders, follow the greens on the way out and do keep clear of the toast rack. We very much look forward to seeing you next time.